Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pets, People, Life, and Longevity. And I am Jan Jeremias, and I'm here with my canine companion, Kanka. A little about me. I am a trained scientist who began exploring holistic and alternative healing about 18 years ago. I can't believe it's that long. I began my journey with the use of essential oils and began to explore Reiki, gentle massage, and other modalities for pets and people. I am the co-author of the top-selling essential oil book for pets called Spoil Your Pet, a practical guide to using essential oils in dogs and cats. And so today I would like to welcome Dr. Mia Frezzo. I can't even describe our relationship and how long I've known her. Many people I have on the show are actually, just new acquaintances or people I've become friendly with, but Dr. Mia and I have known each other for quite a long time, and I'm super excited to have her with us. And I'm going to talk about her background a little bit so that you get a great idea of, who she is. So she is a veterinarian, a wife, and a mother of 3 young children, and she lives in Maywood, New Jersey. Her passion for veterinary medicine was initiated and fostered by her uncle, also a veterinarian, and whom she worked and studied since the age of 14. And she graduated from Ohio State University College of Veterinary Medicine in 1998. She returned home to New Jersey to practice veterinary medicine. She's the owner and medical director of the Animal Hospital of Hasbrouck Heights in Hasbrouck Heights, New Jersey. Her patients are primarily dogs and cats, and they benefit greatly from her unique outlook of combining holistic and traditional veterinary medicine. She has a huge emphasis on natural health prevention and the prevention of illness. And we'll talk a little bit more about her and how she got where she is in a moment as we have our conversation. But Mia, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today.
So maybe talk a little bit about your journey. Here you were, this basically more or less traditional vet who practiced veterinary medicine in a very traditional way. And then you shifted to a much more integrative approach to looking at the health of, your own health and the health of your family, and plus, the health of your patients.
Well, it was a really dramatic shift, as you said. And the reason for that was a very profound experience. So I grew up in a very traditional home. My mother was a nurse. I've got lots of medical people in the family, and I didn't know anything about holistic care. But my mom always took a lot of supplements, and she was fit and she was active, and she still is, and that's beautiful. So there was some focus on health, but very traditional medicine. I'm sorry. So when my first daughter was born, who's actually my second child, she was a healthy baby up until about 6 to 8 weeks of age. And then she developed a cough. And you thought, okay, it was just a little cough. So we went to the pediatrician, and we followed all the pediatrician's recommendations for medication to help alleviate this cough. But it never went away. It didn't go away for over 1.5 years. And we continued to do all the different medication recommendations, a nebulizer 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day, oral medication, and it just subsided, but never really went away. We were controlling it, but not curing it. And after about 1.5 years, I became very frustrated. And I would almost do anything. I became desperate. Fortunately, Jen and I had known each other for quite some time at the yoga studio. So our relationship started even before oils. And Jen had signs at the yoga studio about essential oils. And I honestly never really paid a lot of attention. I thought, okay, I don't know what to do with those. I don't really know what those are about, but I'm okay. Well, I reached a point where I wasn't okay. I was desperate. I would do anything. My daughter's health was not where I needed it to be, not where I wanted it to be. And I was really tired of medication. And I didn't want to move into even stronger, more powerful, potentially dangerous medications. So I asked Jan, what are these essential oils all about? So she gave me a couple, one for respiratory support, one for immune support. And I cannot believe the difference. I said, all right, I'll do it. We put these oils on the bottoms of my little girl's feet. We had a diffuser on the nightstand, and we put the diffuser on morning and night, overnight, for I don't even know how long, an hour or two a day. Not even that long, honestly. And within 2 weeks, she stopped coughing. We put the nebulizer and all the traditional medicine away and waited. And my husband and I couldn't believe what we were observing. Did she really not cough at all today? And the next day, and then and it went on. And after about 2 weeks, we were really convinced. So it was that profound experience that converted us. And there was really something to be said for these essential oils. Pets and people, pets and children don't have a placebo effect. They can't fake it. We overthink things as adults, and we wonder, is this working? Is it not working? Put the oils on her, and she stopped coughing. And that's it. So they worked. And I was completely thrilled, changed, amazed. From there, the journey took off. I started to use these oils more and more and more for everything in our household, explore more natural products, get into using oils for our pets in our home, then on the pets in the practice. And beautifully, things started to unfold. Jan and I had the amazing conception of writing a book. Almost simultaneously, we looked at each other and said, we should write a book about that. And we did. And we did it 3 times. So the 3rd edition came out last year, and it's been a tremendous success and a very positive journey exploring natural health for everyone in our household.
I never get tired of hearing the stories. I think when you hear people talk so passionately, and then also, who have such shifts and really, I want to say, profound experiences of watching something have such an impact and a change in their life. It's always so meaningful and so beautiful to listen to. And so I would say, how do you use them in your practice? Do you offer them to your patients? Do you use them when you actually treat the patients when they're actually in the hospital? Like, how do you use them in your practice?
Our practice has diffusers everywhere. We have a diffuser in the lobby. We have a diffuser in each of the exam rooms and in the treatment area. And we change up the oils that we're diffusing to create a different environment, whether that's calming or uplifting or to purify the air. Over the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of air purification. But the clients and the pets are calmer. The clients say to me, my dog or cat has never behaved this way before. My dog is so happy here. My cat is so relaxed here. I had a client actually yesterday who came in who avoided the veterinarian for the last 4 years. She had a terrible experience. Her cat does not like getting in the carrier, does not like getting in the car, as most cats. And she didn't want to come in. And she said, I've been so anxious about this appointment. And I said to her, why? Why? Her cat was perfectly well behaved, very healthy. It was a routine, beautiful visit. And everybody left so relieved and happy. And I don't know why exactly the cat was so relaxed, but maybe it was the oils. Maybe it's our energy too. But it was a very positive experience. And it made me feel really great that this owner was converted. She felt like, okay, I have found a veterinary hospital I'm happy with. My cat's happy. Now I don't have to put his healthcare aside anymore. I can really care for him the way I want to. So one thing we do is we have oils all over the hospital in diffusers. The second thing we do is if we have an anxious pet, a truly anxious pet come in, we'll ask the owners, is it okay to put certain oils on that pet to help that pet calm down? And we use them topically. I do offer our patients and pets are kind of simultaneous in my lingo. We do offer the patients oils for their recovery, whatever that might be. If it's a respiratory issue or a digestive issue or some kind of muscular or joint discomfort, there are so many uses. We see a lot of nervous pets with a lot of anxious feelings. And so we offer oils to all of these pets, dogs and cats alike. And many times you may have learned that the energy goes both ways. So when the pet's anxious, the owners are anxious. The owners are anxious, the pet's anxious, right? So we treat everybody. We've got to affect the entire household. And that could be as simple as a puppy I saw yesterday who's jumping all over everybody. And so whenever somebody comes to the house or they leave the house, they try to take the dog for a walk, he's jumping on everybody. And that causes a lot of tension and stress for the family. So they're working with a trainer, but we're also working with them to help calm everybody down. Because as soon as that leash goes on, the dog knows mommy's nervous. Mommy's worried what I'm going to do. And when he comes, the tension rises. So we use oils for so many purposes to not only address certain conditions and concerns, but to maintain health. And that's what's unique about essential oils. Most people who are traditional only reach for medications when they don't feel well. We use oils in our household every day to maintain our health, to feel well, to keep our cells happy, to keep our body functioning well. And so these oils are a part of our everyday regimen, morning and night. It's not hard. It's just part of our routine.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea because I actually had a conversation with a client recently who was talking to me about her cat, and she's trying to introduce a new cat to her existing cat, and it has not been going well. And I was talking to her and I said, I think that you have to realize that every single time now that she goes to introduce them, she is so anxious that her cat is going to get upset, is going to hide, is going to stress out. That I said that energy is like the cat is picking up on your anxiety. And she looked at me and she was like, you know, kind of like embarrassed, or just like the realization. She's like, I guess you're right. And it was just like this little, you know, I guess you're right, you know. But do you find that the animals tend to recover more easily from certain things with using essential oils, in conjunction with maybe some traditional modalities, or maybe in substitution of some of those more traditional modalities?
Yeah, absolutely. And both apply. Sometimes I'll use just essential oils, and sometimes we'll use traditional medication in addition to essential oils. Many times, the traditional medication can be reduced or eliminated with the use of oils. And the pets do really, really well. We want them to live a long, healthy life. And I just want to give them everything we possibly can to offer them that benefit.
It's so important because, like right now, Tonka got diagnosed with a tick-borne tick-borne disease. And so we're doing traditional meds, but I am supplementing with some essential oils to help with any discomfort he might have from that infection. So there's definitely room where you could use both.
Mm-hmm. And in time, they complement each other and they can be used very conveniently together. And we can help you to understand how that works. But it's a very synergistic type of relationship. I'm still traditional as you are. For certain conditions, we still need true medication, but where I can go completely naturally and avoid medication, treat just with essential oils, I prefer to do so.
Yeah, I think it maybe share with people, because I know that you are passionate about supplementation and nutrition for your pet. And so maybe share a little bit about that in regard to their health.
Well, just like for ourselves, we know that the foundation of health is nutrition. We really need to feed our bodies well. And in addition to a really good basic diet, our pets should have 2 basic supplements. Everybody should be on an omega supplement because none of the foods give us enough omegas. The omegas are kind of like fish oil. There are some vegetarian preparations if you prefer, but these omega compounds help to support the joints, the skin, the heart, the circulatory system, the brain. Many of us don't always think about these being important, but we want to maintain our pets' mobility. Their coat needs to be nice and silky and soft and smooth to protect their bodies from the elements, and it keeps their immune system strong. Their brains, that's their mental integrity and function. It applies to us as well. The second supplement is a probiotic. So every pet should be on a probiotic, which is not only for diarrhea and digestive upset. Probiotics support a healthy digestive system. At least 70% of our immune system, and I say our because we're all mammals, 70% of dogs, cats, people's immune systems are in their gut. So we need a really healthy digestive system in order to support the immune system. Additionally, what's interesting is probiotics help to reduce the release of cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. So what does that mean? It means, well, when we are stressed, we're anxious, we're nervous, our body produces more cortisol. So to help us all manage stress, reduce those anxious feelings, probiotics play a key role because they directly impact the release of cortisol. And it's so easy to put these probiotics into your pet's diet. There are powders, there are capsules. I'm sorry, my own dogs are going crazy.
I was on a meeting yesterday, and the woman who was leading it has 2 Irish setters, and it was like, oh my gosh, they were wrestling in the back. It was hysterical because she had her background blurred, but all you saw was 2 like really active Irish setters in the background. It was adorable. Do you recommend or suggest essential oils for your patients, owners to go home and use at home with their animals, so they're not only using them in your, like, when they come to you?
Yes, most definitely. So one application of essential oils is just the start. They really need to use these oils on a daily basis. Now, for some conditions, it might be for 1 to 3 weeks. For some other conditions that are longstanding, we talk a lot about anxiety. Those pets may need oils for several months or for their entire lives, just to support them. That depends upon the dog or the cat's personality, their living situation, what causes stress for them. Some cats and dogs are just naturally nervous, delicate personalities. So there are some oils that may only be used for a short period of time, and some are for life. But then there are others that we know that are going to protect our pets as they age. And we want to use those every day, forever.
Yeah, I was thinking about the age you start. Like, what age do you recommend people start using essential oils, and can they actually be used their entire life?
They absolutely can. In fact, as young as newborns, oils can be used. Now, when we talk about using oils on any pet, we're talking about pure, safe, high quality oils. But they can be used from newborns all the way through the geriatric years.
And so if you were to think about one message to leave our listeners with, what would that be?
I would like for people to be open to accepting and embracing trying essential oils for their pets, because the results in the studies are remarkable in proving what can be done to keep our pets healthy, not only today, but extend their lives and keep them healthy and vibrant for many, many years to come. These oils are little miracles in the bottle. And I've seen tremendous. I'm watching it right now with my 13-year-old dog, who is still going beautifully strong. So please don't discount the tremendous benefit and impact that these essential oils can have on your pets. And I would suggest that people are not overwhelmed. This is a small change. I can certainly support you as you may introduce these oils and change your little regimen at home, but it's not hard to implement essential oils into your daily routine with your pets and yourselves.
Well, it has been such a joy to have you on. And I know we could talk forever about this topic because the two of us get started and we never want to stop, but we'll have to have you back again, and maybe we'll chat about something else. But for now, thank you everybody for joining us, and tune in for our next episode. Have a great day.
You've been listening to Pets, People, Life, and Longevity, part of the Exvadio Podcast Network. You can catch every episode at exvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcast app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and wherever you find podcasts.